Well, here are the worst kinds of college essays and how to fix them. In my 14 years of career working with students to help them write high quality essays, I have seen it all, from top essays to absolutely boring essays. Now, any topic can be a good essay depending upon how you write it, but in my opinion, here are 5 essay topics that you must avoid at all times. And if you are looking to get help with editing your essays or SOP, get in touch with me as I help students with their college admission essays and applications. First up is what I like to call as the grand event essay. Now, these are the essays where someone went on a service trip and how it changed their lives. Or something happened in the world and it is not just news but a life-changing moment. Well, in actual life, that rarely happens. On a single event cannot change somebody's life. So avoid writing such essays where one essay or one thing just changed your life. In case you have written something like this, here's a quick fix for you. Don't make it as one grand event. Instead, talk about how this was an awareness point and what actions you took from here, and talk about a longer time frame and not just one event. Next up, we have what I like to call the sob story. Now, these are the essays that overly focus on personal hardships without showing any growth or resilience. Well, I still remember reading one essay that after every line was written, what a pity. Yeah, I mean, literally after every line. The problem with these essays is they are too predictable. The introduction always has a sob story, an often exaggerated one. The body talks about the big negative impact on you, and then the conclusion talks about your resilience and learning from the situation. In my advice to fix these essays, add more variety. You don't need to always provide a happy ending. You can write how it is still affecting you, but you are doing better. Or maybe give this essay an academic twist. Maybe your fight with your best friend or a sports injury prompted your interest in human behavior or healthcare. Or maybe instead of telling what you have learned by using words like resilience, hard work, use other words to show the same thing. So your essay can go from this to something more like this. Notice how the second option sounds so authentic and rich. It's a lot more memorable actually. Okay, the next one we have the list of accomplishments essay. These essays read like a resume listing achievements without any personal insight or reflection. Remember, admission officers already have your resume. They want to know the person behind those achievements. Picture an essay that just lists awards, extracurricular activities, or leadership roles without any personal story or reflection. Or a personal bragging essay. I read a lot about a guy who talked about how he was more mature than anyone his age, how he never talked to anyone in school because they were too dumb for him, and how he spends his free time having conversations with scientists on the internet. In my opinion, people like humble people any given day. That someone who brags about himself or herself is out of the window. I understand why students would do that to impress the admission committee. But the problem is that it is clear that you're trying too hard to impress without any substance. To fix these kind of essays, choose one or two meaningful accomplishments and dive deep. Explain why they matter to you and what you have learned from them. For instance, if you won a debate competition, talk about how it improved your public speaking skills and boosted your confidence. Share the story behind the accomplishment. Share the journey, and also remember ups and downs. No way it's an up street. Okay, moving on to the next is the cliche story. Now, these essays rely on overused themes like winning the big game or inspirational teacher. Now, these stories are so common that they don't stand out. Now, think about an essay that talks about scoring the winning goal in the soccer match or doesn't provide any unique personal insight. Now, by the end of the essay, admission officers know nothing about the actual student. And here is how you can fix it. Try to find a unique angle or a personal twist to common themes. Now, make it authentically yours. Add more personal details. If it is about a teacher or a role model, don't glorify that person. Talk about you and how that person has inspired you. It's about you and not about them. Make sure to have more me in these essays. And finally, we have the generic essay. Now, these essays lack personal voice and could be written by anyone. They often use vague language and don't reveal anything specific about the applicant. Here is an example. Imagine an essay that says, I want to go to college to get a good education and make a difference in the world. Now, without any personal anecdotes or details. Now, this is very common and a lot of students can write this. And here's how to fix this. Remember to be specific. Use your own voice and make sure you show your personality. Show them what makes you unique. Instead of vague statements, share a specific story or experience that highlights your passion and individuality. For example, if you're passionate about environmental science, talk about a project you did or an event that sparked your interest. Remember, it's an event that sparked an interest and not changed your life. Or maybe you want to talk about a specific dish, an experience that is unique to you. Now, I know it can be hard to write a 100% unique essay, but you can combine something that is not very common. You can combine one experience with the intellectual side. For example, if you have stayed in different cities or countries while growing up, talk about how it led you to take up a research project on cultural diversity. After reviewing thousands of essays myself, I can tell you that this angle, I haven't seen it yet. Well, I hope this helps. If you want me to make a video on best innovative essays, comment on the video. And if you need any help with your college admission, essays, or SOP, fill a form below and I will help you with your essays.